Hey guys, welcome back to the show called Talk With Myself. I'm Michael. If you want to learn my last name, that's privileges you just don't have yet. And if you know my last name, congratulations. You're a great person. Now, before we start, it's been a week since the last episode, so before we do get into it, I'm going to give a little life update because life has been lifing, especially today. And let me know, do you guys like the colored background or like how it normally looks all dark and gloomy? It kind of looks like I live in a prison cell, I can't lie. My room, it smells nice. It has minimal accessories, but like you got to get into the corner over here. This is where all this shit happens. And mind you, okay. So another thing, first off, as you can see, the lighting's a little bit better than the last one. We got a budget increase on the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm bullshitting. I got a $25 ring light. This shit, it got 3 modes. It can do this. You can't even tell the difference because I've also turned on the fucking LED lights at the bottom of my desk. So my feet are very illuminated right now. And then it got, okay, but you can tell the difference because this is off. It's like, this whole side of his face not lit. Boom.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Looking good, smelling good, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, life update before, but you can see it in my eyes have shit. I feel like one of those TikTokers, you know what I'm talking about? They be having the ring light in their eyes and shit, making all the lip sync, like, what's the song? No, I do what I want, but I like have the ring light. No, I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Well, to get started, what happened today? Just today alone, dude. Stepped out the house, spent over $300. What the fuck is going on in the economy? Also, side note, y'all saw who won? What the fuck, chat? Like, really? But all I gotta say is my people were united, so semi. But like, most of us, we had the right idea type shit. But back to it, yeah. Y'all saw who won, bro. Cooked, deep fried. But that's a whole other conversation. So fast forward to me spending like $300. Literally today, I went to Jiffy Lube to go get an oil change. I'm like, oh, this shit gonna be like the cool 99. He come out, and mind you, I have like pretty, not severe social anxiety, but if I'm outside at like a foreign place and you ask me something, my default answer will be yes, so I don't disappoint you. It is very weird. It's a very weird thing that I do, and I'm going to try and stop doing it, but it's just a thing that I do. Like, if you know me, and we go outside and somebody says, hey, do this, 99% I'm gonna say yes unless I'm already mad. So, but I know it's the mechanics, so they're gonna try and get you. So I'm like I already have that mindset prepared and shit. I'm like, okay, you're not gonna get me. So he got me. So we go in. Well, I go in. I'm like, yo, can I get an oil change? Leave the key in the car. Boop, boop, boop. Fast forward, he brings me up. He's like, Michael. I'm like, yeah, that's me. He's like, do you want to get your cabin filter replaced? I'm like, nah. Who needs to breathe clean air anyway? He was like, do you want to get the wipers replaced? And I was like, my wipers were fucked up. And I've had the same wipers since I got the car, and that was like a year and a half ago at this point. And I haven't changed them, and they have been through some rough shit. And then I'm thinking it's like, okay, it would be a good idea to like get these replaced. So I talked to him. He's like, yeah, it's like $20. I'm like, oh, that's light. I'm like, $20, that's calm. Because he's like, the back one's fully ripped off. And then the other two are like kind of fucked up. I'm like, okay, bro, do your thing. Fast forward. The oil change itself is supposed to be $99. I'm okay, calm. I get that bill. I literally hold this shit up like the fucking scroll from Kung Fu Panda. I'm like the tiger, what's his name? The tiger from Kung Fu Panda, not Tigress, the other dude. I forgot. But you know what? You remember that scene where like he opens the shit and he's just like baffled? Man, I literally lifted up that fucking receipt. It said $184. I'm like, what? $184? When the fuck that DLC dropped? When did $100 go to $184? I'm thinking the windshield wiper's $20, 20 bones. So after some further inspection, I realized that this nigga failed to tell me that the blades itself was $20. So he did 20, so that's 40. The one in the back was also 20, so that's 60, and then added on labor to do it. I'm like, okay, but like next time, tell a young nigga, because I'm thinking it's 20 for the whole service. That's how you know I'm a little fucking, you know what I'm saying? Got that done. Then I went to Target, because I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get some draws and stuff. Calm, you know what I'm saying? Young black man trying to do my thing, being an adult. I'm driving. I realized that my odometer, the shit that tells you all your miles, is set to trip A. Trip A, nigga. I put these 77,000 miles on this car. I want to see it. So I had to Google that real quick. All you have to do is click the little button. It's calm. But I went inside Target and shit. Social anxiety was kicking my ass. I couldn't, man. You don't know how hard I was trying not to hit these white women. Like, not to be mean, but do white women know how to walk? You know what I'm talking about? How they'll walk, pause, and just like, so like you kind of don't want to hit them, but they're in the way. So this is me. And then here's the white woman. So I'm approaching. She'll like stop, and then I'll do this, and then it froze. Chat, what's going on? The shit froze 6 minutes in. But pretty much, I feel like white women are just traffic cones. They just stand there, and if the wind blows them, the wind blows them. So I'm trying my best not to hit white women and shit. This kind of gets into the whole next topic, so I'll drop it. I seen some fine shit. I didn't say a word. I get into the whole other topic. I seen some fine shit. I didn't say a word. But okay, fast forward. I get the little draws and stuff.
Hey, yo!
Little draws is crazy, but I get the underpants. We're all grown here. Underwear, undergarments. So I get the undergarments, and then fast forward so I scan them. I'm like, oh, this shit's on sale. One say clearance. The other one's like, 10 bones for some Hanes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm not one of them niggas that's supposed to spend $30 on underwear, bro. You're not gonna see it. Don't shoot the messenger. Me personally, I just don't spend that much bread on underwear. That's just me. I get that shit. I get some 3D whitening toothpaste. I get some waters. Like, if you know me personally, I always got water on me in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? I got the little 24 case for $2. $2. You can't beat that. $2 water for 24 at Target. You can't beat that. So I get my little $2. You know what I'm saying? I go over to the checkout line. I'm scanning shit, and then I look at the total. That should say 56.96. And I'm looking at my 4 items, bro. Well, actually 5. I got a probiotic because you know me. Hey, my stomach be. Hey, if you know me personally, you know the battles and wars I fight with my stomach. I look over there. I'm like, I got 5 items, and 2 of these shits is underwear, and they're on sale. How the fuck did this become $56? So I was just flabbergasted. I was like, what? $56. Did I take that on the chin? Yes. And I walked out the store because that's another thing. Social anxiety. Like when I'm outside, if I'm not with my mom or any of like my girlfriends, I will not say anything to anybody. Like you know that meme where it's like, oh, the dude won't say nothing to nobody. That's me. That's me. Like when I'm dolo, if there's a mistake, more than likely I'm gonna deal with it. Like I'm not gonna not. You know, I'm not gonna be like the person where it's like, actually I didn't ask for this. I'm gonna eat it. Because I hate conflict so much. I hate it so much. Conflict stresses me the fuck out. I hate it. Like I hate non-necessary conflict. Like I understand somebody fucks up your food, you should fix it. You know, go for it. Go for it, king or queen. You know, go for it. Fix your food. Me, I'm taking that L and I'm moving on. I just say, I guess it wasn't my day today, God, and then pushed on. So came home, passed out. I don't know why. Woke up with a headache, and now I'm here. So fast forward, backtrack to me talking about fine shit. So not talking to fine shit. This leads into the like main-ish topic about today, which is kind of 2 things, but like collabed in one, which is talking about my future and just the future, and also wanting partnership. So I've realized over these past couple of months and the experiences I've had, I kind of just want a life partner now. I can't lie. You know, I'm 21, and it might sound crazy saying that like I'm ready to like real life mellow out, but I am. I'm good. I'm out the game. But I really would like a partner at this point. And not even on the sense of like, oh, you know, we do everything. Well, yeah, we do everything together, but like they're your person. Like I know y'all watch Grey's Anatomy. You know that Meredith Christina type thing? I want to find my person in somebody a little bit more than platonic. Because I believe in platonic soulmates, and I'm pretty sure I got mine. I got like 9 of those motherfuckers. And I love them all to death because, and that's another thing, I think you have more than one soulmate, especially platonically. I think all of my friends, like all of my close friends, y'all know who y'all are. Thank you for rocking with me for so long. But them, I think we're locked in, you know, because we've all had our problems like as a group individually, but we all kind of find a way to like get out of it. So I just want to say thank y'all for being great friends. Really, you know, y'all have become even outside just like brothers and sisters. Real shit. Like I wouldn't see it or have it any other way. So I just want to say thank you guys. And back to what I was saying, I kind of just want my partner where it's like I know who I can call on certain things for everything. Like that made no sense. But basically, it's kind of like I now have a person where I can rely on you to do whatever, and we go places and all this. Like another thing, the movies. I brought that up last time. This movie thing. It's kind of it's I don't know. It's kind of a thing for me because I realize I don't like to be alone. That's another thing I'm trying to get over. So this kind of feeds into the whole partnership too. I really don't like to be alone. It is kind of one of the hardest things I have to do ever. And not to get like too sad, but growing up, I wasn't alone, but I got bullied, and it was like on some fucking like high school like movie type shit, like getting stuffed in a locker and everything. That wasn't fun. So I realized the value of friends when like you realize the value of friends when you don't have any. I didn't have any for a while, but then like I met my group. Like if you know, if any of you guys are watching this, I think we should do a reunion, but I digress. So I met my people in middle school, and then, you know, times were easier, you know, still got bullied a little, but times are easier. When you go through that growing up and your brain's like half the size of a fucking coconut, so it's still developing, you kind of understand the value of not being alone. The value of not being lonely. Because being alone, like right now I'm alone, but I could call somebody, so I'm not lonely. If that makes sense. Like I feel like lonely is when you have nobody, and I have my people, you know, and I'm very grateful for them. Yeah, I'm just very grateful for y'all. But in the aspect, like I don't like to be alone with myself. Because not a whole thing where it's like, oh, I don't like myself, but it's more just like there's so much more I could be doing. And I realized I do like to go outside. I like to do a lot of stuff. I like to, you know, I found a little hike thing. I like to go to the movies. I like to share experiences with people. That's one of like my biggest upkeeps and downfalls. Because I personally will go to the ends of the earth to make sure everybody else is having a good time. And just by y'all having a good time, I'm having a good time. So I kind of base my good times on other people's times, which is the worst thing to do. Now that I've realized I'm not living life for them, I'm living life for me, and I want to do things that make me happy. But in my brain, I just really want to include people. Back to the movies, you know, my friends and shit, you know, they don't like scary movies. And it's a scary movie. I love scary movies. It's kind of like I'm trying to like bring them along, but then like I realize what's gonna happen. It's not gonna be a fun time for everybody because they don't like it, and then I'm gonna see that they don't like it, and then I'll just be like, well, now my wallet's crying, and we just wasted time watching a movie no one's gonna talk about. Instead, we're doing a game night. So doing a little movie night tonight. So that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see my people, see my friends, you know, and say what's up. You know, I'm excited. I'm doing that, and that's gonna be fun. And I feel like now there shouldn't be any ultimatum to hanging out. It should just be like, okay, let's just all find something in common. Because it is, I'm not gonna say it's selfish to like do what I want to do, but I kind of have to see it from a different standpoint. Because I've also been living in the mindset of it's time for me to live for me, and living for me is taking them to the movies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of taking that mindset out where it's like, okay, if I'm gonna go to the movies, I can go alone, but I would prefer not to. I would very much prefer not to because I like to share experiences. Like if you watch the movie with me, you know I like to crack jokes the whole time. I'm one of those people who don't stop talking. And if we got beef, we got beef. I don't care if it's fucking teriyaki, wagyu, or fucking New York strip. We got beef. Because I won't shut the fuck up. Simply put, it's not like I make like annoying jokes. I feel like my jokes are like kind of funny. I think I'm kind of funny, just a little bit though. Like just a tad, you know, to like a specific audience, not to the general. Maybe it's the general public. I don't know. Pretty much just don't like being alone. I'm working on that. I'm working on loving being alone. It's gonna be very hard because of like all the past trauma associated with being alone and how I felt when I was alone, like when I had no friends, and then I would just have to come home from getting bullied to this home, and then like, you know, it wasn't the best time for me. I'll say that. And then another thing I was gonna talk about is the future, and this kind of leads into my whole living stance of living for me now, because I've realized these past couple of years, probably like the last 12 years, I've been living for other people in the sense that I will make everybody else around me happy until I'm like mentally and physically drained, which is not a good thing at all. I've gone through some spirals. I've gone through some rough shit mentally, just like trying to make sure everybody else is okay. Like being like the dad friend, and I'm not opposed to it at all. Like I like being the dad friend because it kind of, that sense of responsibility, I'm used to it because I'm an older brother. Like shout out, you know, I was about to call him his IG handle. Like I don't know where he comes from. Like we don't have the same mom. But you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if he wants to be named, so I'm not saying his name, but you know. So shout out to him, but that sense of responsibility of like making sure everyone's alright or making sure one other person's alright above yourself, I'm kind of used to it, so I'm not opposed to doing it, but now less of the sense of they're above me, but as my equal. Like I make sure everybody's good and they equally check on me, you know, sometimes and shit, but they do. But I'm in the sense of just like, you know, I have that responsibility where like if we're all out, I gotta be the one to tee up, and I'm not opposed to it. I'm really not, because at this point, it's like it should be me. Because if we talk about like driving and shit, I've been driving for the least amount of time, but I think I'm kind of up there with the driving. So whenever we go out and shit, it's like, okay, if something were to go wrong, Michael's expected to take over. And that's happened. There has been a story like that where something went a little left, you know what I'm saying? And then I clutched up and got us home and shit. So I've had that experience, and I'm not like opposed to doing it again. I'm not. But back to the whole like topic of living for yourself and shit. So now I've been living for myself for the past couple of months. Nothing but turmoil. But I realized I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I kind of wasn't doing it for the pursuit of happiness. I was doing it for the pursuit of curiosity. And I feel like curiosity is one of the biggest killers of emotional IQ. And what I mean by that is ignorance truly is bliss. You don't have to know everything. And I've learned that the hard way, because on the pursuit of learning everything, you can mess up your brain. I've realized that at a certain point, I've learned too much. I don't need this, because at a certain point, knowledge is hurtful. I understand knowledge can be insightful, but at a certain point, knowledge about people is just hurtful. You don't need to know everything. And after what I've been through to like get knowledge and like try to understand each and every person's standpoint of like if someone doesn't like me, like, you know, I go on tangents trying to understand everything. All I've done is stress myself out, and you know, it's not, and probably get myself premature gray hairs, because all it does is stress you out, because whole time you're stressing about somebody who's not even thinking of you. Y'all not even breathing the same air right now. And you're stressing over what they think or how they did it or da-da-da. It's draining. And I've realized that. So now I'm doing things in the pursuit of happiness. Shout out to my son, Will Smith. Stop smacking niggas. So I think that was the name of the movie. I hope. I've realized that with the pursuit of happiness comes finding things that excite you and make you happy. Shout out to Alex again. What I'm doing is this. This is my pursuit of happiness. Making vids, smiling, you know, getting a little ring light. That was tough. Getting the little, you know, using the little Uzi lamp down here to light up my face. This is a pursuit of happiness. And another moment I had like that, y'all might laugh, was when I got a laundry hamper. I have a black laundry hamper, and I'm not gonna lie, that's probably one of the happiest days of my life when I picked that shit up. 2 pieces of plastic worth $20. I was ecstatic. Like, to my friends, they can be my testament. I literally did not shut up about that shit for maybe 5 days. I told everybody, I was like, Mom, look, I got a hamper. I'm like, I love this hamper. I just I even started throwing clean clothes at that motherfucker. I was just like, because I'm like, now I'm getting used out of something, and that's something that I wanted to buy for a while, and I did it. So I'm kind of doing things to make sure that I'm happy. And because at the end of the day, it's me. You know, it's like, I got me. So I gotta do my thing. I don't know. I'm happy that I'm starting to enjoy happiness again. Because there was a while where everything was just like real melancholy, and things weren't too great. You know, basically what I was saying was that there was a time in my life where everything was pretty melancholy, and then I'm not gonna lie, some of the happiest times I've had was at Whole Foods Market. I went there like almost 3 years ago now, met some great people, experienced great things. So that was like a peak. I'm like, okay, let's keep this peak, and then if you know, you know. But now that I'm content, single, and alone but not lonely, I'm slowly working towards enjoying life again. I'm not gonna say it's an easy pursuit. It's hard. You know, I started journaling, trying to get better, but it's a pursuit that I think everyone should do. Because I would say this: don't wrap yourself up in everybody else's stuff. Like, stay true to you. Find out what you want to do. Because I don't even know what I want to do, like career wise. And speaking of career wise, first off, your boy's certified to make outbound calls. So if you hear my voice calling from a certain bank, it's real. Talk to me. Let me get you a loan. But I want to say this, because on one hand, I could quit my job and pursue this, but I know that's not smart. Because since this is my pursuit of happiness, that's kind of the melancholy I was talking about, like that job. Like, it's cool. I like the people. I like my coworkers, but I don't want to be in a suit and tie every day. I look clean though. Okay, like also I look like Keanu Reeves. It's like that's not what I want to do forever. This is kind of what this is what I want to do. But even getting up to do this was a challenge, because I'm not gonna lie, these past 3 days have been rough for me, like mentally, and I've just been wanting to sleep and not touch this computer setup. But I was like, I just woke up. I'm not doing shit until 8. Go make a vid. And what really inspired me was this TikTok that I found. Shout out to TikTok in general, honestly. Shut up and create something. And I feel like for all my creators out there, let's do it, chat. Just shut up and create something and see what happens. I don't know. I'm trying to be happier and enjoy more of living. I would say I've taken some of these breaths for granted. I've done some stupid shit, which I know is a part of life, but I'm kind of growing up. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to enjoy every day. And this isn't gonna get dark, but God forbid something were to happen to me. I would rather go knowing I did at least one thing that made me smile. Truly, because you can fake happiness all live long day. I would rather go knowing I did something for me. And this is that something. Or posting a TikTok is that something. And something, I don't know why, okay, and something that like really hit me hard was on TikTok, like the search bar says Corey Kenshin. And I'm like, that's a little deep. Because Corey is pretty much my idol when it comes to his YouTube shit. Like he's one of my top 5 favorite YouTubers. So seeing that people search his name under my shit, not to say that I want to be the next Corey Kenshin. I want to be the first me, and that's certified. But it's nothing but a compliment. Just right there was truly inspiring. And I was like, whoa. Like people like, you know, like it, I don't know how to describe it. It was like if you were making music and somebody said, oh, you sound like your favorite artist. That it's just nothing but a compliment. So I don't know. It really inspired me to keep going and see where I can go with the show. I'm at least gonna drop. Well, actually, let me not say anything because that's gonna demotivate me. But we're gonna try and stay semi-consistent. Right now, we're at like maybe a week, one episode a week. Because I'm filming this on a Saturday. It'll probably go up on either Sunday or Monday because I'm off. And then we'll put up a TikTok too. And then that's it. But that's another thing. Before, because this is getting long. This is almost 30 minutes. But another thing is like when it comes to finding a clip, oh my gosh, it is the most stressful thing ever. And perfectionism has ruined my creativity. And what I mean by that is I get so honed in on finding the best clip that I don't even want to post anymore. Because you can ask people I send my clips to, I'll be like, is this perfect? Is this the one? And then when it doesn't perform, it gets like 400 views on TikTok. I'm like, damn, it's got some sting to it. But I've realized that's not what it's all about. Virality is not what it's all about. It's truly getting your message out there and getting your voice out there. And this is what I'm doing. Because not to sound like a narcissist, but I think I have a pretty interesting story. And if you take the time to listen, I think you might find something helpful for you. Because not to say that I'm like Gandhi and I know it all, or like, you know, that I have this eternal wisdom. I don't. I'm still learning as much as you are, whoever's watching. I'm learning as much as you are, you know, probably even more. Because, you know, once you actually get to know me through the show, you'll realize I've made some dicey decisions in my life, but I'm still learning and I still want to try and become a better person. And that's what this is. So, you know, when I say to talk with myself, it really is more of like a memoir type beat. Like you start to understand who Michael / MCWorld / MC / Mike Ice / all these different personas is. You know, all the way from MC Mikey Gaming for the win. Actually, scratch that, all the way from Ender Gamer to now. You'll understand who I am and how YouTube and all these other creative outlets has helped me. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Curiosity is not the best motivation. Be in the pursuit of happiness. Enjoy your life. Live it, breathe it, enjoy it, because, you know, God forbid this could be taken away like that. And you at least want to, like I said, I think this is a good motto to live by. You don't have to, but I think just think like you at least want to do one thing that made you smile truly today. Ignorance is bliss. Enjoy blissfulness. You don't need to know everything. Comparison is the thief of joy. Stop comparing. And I know it's really hard to do in this day and age of social media. Like people who are my age are going to Abu Dhabi and shit. I'm in New Jersey. I'm not in Abu Dhabi, but I got 2 legs. I got 2 arms. I can breathe. I can walk. I can do what I want virtually whenever. So be grateful for what you have. Enjoy life. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. This one was a little long, almost 30 minutes long, so I can't wait to edit. Try and stay positive. I know things can get rough. Enjoy life, man. And know that you have someone out there for you. That's another thing. I remember I was really down bad, like 13, 14. Like people in my middle school would be like, I look like Clay Jensen, like from 13 Reasons Why, just because I had like sadness on my face. In retrospect, it's probably because I thought I was alone. But if I could talk to that kid again 9 years from now, I'd be like, bro, there's someone out there for you. Whether it be romantically or not, you will find your people. And that's one thing I believe in. I believe in the universe making it so if somebody's meant to be in your life, they'll be there through the hardships and everything, but you'll find your people for sure. So yeah, stay well, stay blessed, and yeah, keep breathing, keep living, enjoy life for what it is, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Michael signing off, and I really don't know how to do outros. I'll see you guys later. Peace!